There is exactly one business model on planet Earth that is mathematically guaranteed to make money. Every single day. Forever. No matter what happens in the economy, no matter who wins or loses, no matter what mood the customers are in. It's not a tech company. It's not real estate. It's not oil. It's the casino. And once you see the actual math behind how a casino makes its money, you're going to understand something most people never figure out in their entire lives. The casino was never gambling. You were. Today, we're going inside exactly how a casino turns every single dollar that walks through its doors into guaranteed, mathematically certain profit. The number baked into every game, the psychology engineered into every carpet and light and free drink, and the revenue streams sitting completely outside the gaming floor that most people walk right past without ever noticing. By the end of this, you'll understand why casinos are one of the most bulletproof businesses ever built. Let's get into it. Let's start with the single most important concept in the entire casino industry: the house edge. Every single game on a casino floor, every slot machine, every blackjack table, every roulette wheel, has a mathematical edge built permanently into it, favoring the house. Not a strategy, not luck. Math. Baked directly into the rules of the game before you ever sit down. Take roulette. On an American wheel, there are 38 numbered slots, but the payouts are calculated as if there were only 36. That tiny gap, those 2 extra slots, is the house edge. Roughly 5.26% on every single spin, forever. Doesn't sound like much, right? Here's where it gets beautiful, from the casino's perspective. That 5.26% doesn't need to win big. It just needs to happen over and over and over again, thousands of times a day, across hundreds of tables and machines, running 24 hours, every single day of the year. Individual players win all the time. That's the whole point. It feels winnable. But mathematically, across enough spins, enough hands, enough pulls of a slot machine lever, the house edge always closes the gap. This is called the law of large numbers, and it's the single most beautiful piece of business math ever applied to entertainment. The casino doesn't need to win every hand. It just needs enough hands played that the math sorts itself out in their favor, automatically, every single time. Now here's a number that genuinely surprises people who've never worked in the industry. Slot machines. Not the poker tables, not the roulette wheels with the glamorous croupiers you see in movies. The slot machines quietly sitting in rows, blinking and chiming. In most major casinos, slot machines generate the single largest share of total gaming revenue, often more than every table game combined. Here's why. A blackjack table needs a dealer, takes up significant floor space, and can only serve a handful of players at once, each hand taking real time to play out. A slot machine needs 0 staff to operate once it's installed. It takes up a fraction of the floor space, and a single player can pull that lever or tap that button dozens of times per minute. More spins per minute means more opportunities for that house edge to do its quiet, relentless work. Slot machines aren't just profitable, they're extraordinarily efficient at generating profit per square foot of casino floor, which is genuinely one of the most valuable real estate metrics in the entire hospitality industry. The house edge on slots also tends to be significantly higher than table games, sometimes multiple times higher, because the odds are entirely programmed, with none of the skill-based variance that games like blackjack allow. Here's where casinos genuinely become one of the most sophisticated businesses on the planet. Because the profit doesn't stop at math. It's reinforced by design, engineered down to the smallest detail. No clocks. Walk onto any major casino floor, and you will almost never see a visible clock. There's a reason. Time distortion keeps players engaged longer, and every extra minute on the floor is another opportunity for the house edge to work. No windows near the gaming floor. Natural light reminds people what time of day it is. Remove it, and day blends into night blends into day again. The carpet patterns, genuinely, this is real, are often intentionally busy and slightly disorienting, subtly discouraging people from looking down and walking briskly toward an exit. Free drinks. This one's obvious once you say it out loud, but it's genuinely brilliant from a business perspective. A complimentary drink costs the casino a few dollars. A slightly relaxed, slightly less cautious player sitting at that table for another hour is worth vastly more than that. Every single design element, the lighting, the sound, the layout, the lack of natural cues about time, is engineered around one singular goal: keep the player on the floor playing for as long as possible. Because every additional minute is another cycle of that house edge quietly doing its job. Here's the part that genuinely surprises people who assume casinos only make money from gambling. They don't. Not entirely, and for some of the biggest properties in the world, not even close to entirely. Modern mega casinos generate massive revenue from hotel rooms, luxury retail, high-end restaurants, nightclubs, spa services, and live entertainment, completely separate revenue streams from the gaming floor itself. Think about the modern Las Vegas resort model. Guests aren't just gambling. They're paying premium rates for a hotel room, spending significantly at branded restaurants and shops, buying tickets to a headline concert or residency show, booking spa treatments, and often paying resort fees just for the privilege of staying on property. Some of the largest casino resort operators now generate a substantial share of total revenue from non-gaming sources: restaurants, hotels, entertainment, and retail, genuinely rivaling, or in some cases, exceeding what the casino floor itself brings in. The casino floor still matters enormously, but the smartest operators realized decades ago that a guest who never sits at a single table can still be extraordinarily profitable, as long as they're spending money somewhere on the property. Now here's something that sounds completely backwards at first, but is actually one of the smartest systems in the entire industry. Comps. Free rooms, free meals, free show tickets, sometimes even free flights for the biggest players. Wait, the casino is giving away free stuff? Doesn't that lose them money? Here's the genius of it. Every player's spending gets tracked meticulously through loyalty programs and player cards. The casino knows, with remarkable precision, exactly how much a given player is expected to spend over a weekend, a month, a year. Based on that expected spending, the casino calculates exactly how much complimentary value it can offer: a free room, a free dinner, a discounted show, while still guaranteeing a healthy profit margin on that guest overall. It's not generosity, it's precision math disguised as hospitality. A free room that costs the casino relatively little to provide can keep a high-value player on property for an entire extra day, generating gaming revenue that vastly outweighs the cost of the comp. The house always calculates the trade before making the offer. Nothing is ever truly free. It's simply an investment with an extremely favorable, extremely predictable return. So let's bring this all together. Why is a casino, structurally, one of the most reliable profit machines ever designed? The house edge guarantees mathematical profit over volume, regardless of any individual outcome. The slot machines generate extraordinary revenue per square foot with minimal staffing overhead. The physical environment is engineered, scientifically, to maximize time spent and spending per visit. Multiple revenue streams beyond gambling, hotels, retail, entertainment, create profit even from guests who never place a single bet. And the comp system uses precision data to turn free perks into calculated high-return investments. Layer all of that together, and you get a business where the math genuinely does the heavy lifting, every single day, automatically, at massive scale. Most businesses live and die by unpredictable demand, shifting consumer tastes, brutal competition. A well-run casino has engineered nearly all of that unpredictability out of the equation entirely. So, the next time you walk past a casino, lit up, humming, packed with people playing, understand what you're actually looking at. Not a building full of luck. A building full of math. Math that was calculated, tested, and refined over decades to guarantee one single outcome, night after night, regardless of who wins any individual hand. That's not a casino. That's one of the most perfectly engineered businesses ever built. If this changed how you look at that casino floor, hit subscribe right now, seriously, because next week we're breaking down another industry engineered this precisely, and it might be even wilder than this one. What should we tear apart next? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. See you in the next one.